And welcome to DESI Racing. Let me fix something here. Man, welcome to DESI Racing. Man, here I am with Hunter Davis. Hunter, how are you, man?
I am doing fantastic. It is week number 2, and we're kicking it off with the Gen 4s here at Las Vegas, and I'm definitely looking forward to this race tonight. We have an absolutely packed field out here.
And we do. We have quite a few people out here. Oops. Here I am. I had some technical difficulties, of course. 29 people, man.
I'm going to be honest, man. I'm kind of interested to see how these Gen 4 cars work here at Las Vegas. I mean, we learned from Daytona last week, these cars have absolutely zero favor towards the draft. So I think we're going to really come down to how these guys can manage their tires and be able to hold position while also conserving for later in the run. As the lights on the pace car are off, we are 1 lap to green. Pace car should be pulling off here momentarily, and we will be kicking off with the green flag.
And here we go.
And
Green
we already
flag,
have a massive wreck.
Oh, we do?
We have a caution out. I'm not quite for sure what happened there. It looked like it happened during the restarts. The 7 of Austin Knight definitely involved. 73 of John Crosby. The 84 of Jeff Denda coming over the radio and saying apologies. So not quite for sure what transpired here, but we definitely had our first yellow. Even over the radio, looks like the 7 of Austin Knight has some pretty significant damage. He's going to pace it around, bring it down here onto pit road to get some damage repaired.
All right, I got that one. Here we go, Hunter. We're getting ready to go green.
As the lights on the pace car are off, we did have a quick little incident there. Looks like very minimal damage through everybody throughout the field. So we're going to line them back up, stack them up, get ready to go back green flag racing. '79 Jordan Tross running on the inside lane. You got teammate 4-car of Chuck Burley running that high lane. Let's see if Tross is able to get up to have a good jump here. Look on the second row. We got Ratfink 123. Todd Perron, that 69 machine, running in third. You got Jonathan Geis restarting the outside lane. Looks like the inside lane is going to get a bit of a jump here. 4 cars going to be side by side with Todd for second place. I hate to beat the dead horse here, but if we can get trading paints updated so we can see those beautiful paint schemes out there running here tonight.
It's his update, Hunter.
I'm seeing a bit of a different schemes, but and you'll see the cars go in gray real quick as we get those beautiful schemes up here and loaded up. 79 of Jordan Tross still out front in the lead. Teammate 69 Todd Perrant running a close second place right behind him. Looks like everybody's pretty much sticking to the bottom here. I haven't seen too much differentiation between the lines that these guys are running out here tonight.
Those paints still don't look updated, do they?
Nope. And welcome back after that quick little yellow flags. You saw we had an incident there with the 44 Jeffrey Turbot and the 72 of Kenneth Passmore. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, so we appreciate your patience for those of you that are watching this broadcast. We're trying to get those figured out and ironed out so we can provide you the best clarity and picture on your screens. As the lights on the pace car are off, we are going to go back to green flag racing another time. 79 of Jordan Tross still out there in the lead. He's been proven to have quite a bit of pace here tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, once we start cycling through and these guys get some laps on their tires, you know, how this field is going to shake up. You got the 79 of Jordan Tross currently running in first, teammate 69 Todd Perrant in second, and then you got the 5 car of Brandon Hinton with Hinton Motorsports running in third in that beautiful 5 machine. Ratfink Racing Zone 4 car of Chuck Burley running in fourth, and TRN's 32 Jonathan Geis round out your top 5. As we are pulling into turn 3 right here, we are 1 to green. We'll see the pace car pull off, and the 79 will take us back to racing. Into that Echo Park restart zone, and back to green flag we go. 79 with a huge jump. That's going to put the outside lane, the 69 Todd Perrant side by side with the 5. The 5 is going to actually clear the 69 in turns 1 and 2. Now we're starting to see a little bit of a differentiation in line. You see the 4 car of Chuck Burley run right up there next to that wall. Is going to try to carry the momentum to the back of the 69. And we got a caution. Looks like the 44 of Jeffrey Turbot. And it also sounds like the 99 of Christian Clark may have been involved, as he said he had a little bit of contact there with the 29's rear end. Let's see what happens here. Little bit of contact with the wall right there for the 44. 44 is going to stay in that high lane. Entering here through turns 3, it looks like the incident may have happened right here on pit entry. Or, sorry, yeah, pit entry. Oh, 44 gets driven through. And that's going to be some massive damage to that 44 machine. The 7 just had such a huge run, tried to carry the momentum to the outside, and it looks like that did not entail, as that'll bring out caution number 3 of tonight's event. And welcome back after that quick caution. The lights on the pace car are out as we're going to go double file and go back to green this time by... I got that 92 Edwin Warren in the chat saying they aren't teammates, calling me out like that. You are correct. The 69 and the 5 are actually teammates this season, as we have had quite a few team changes. So we'll have teammates running in second and third. Heading out of turn number 4, we're going to stack up the field. 79 is going to lead us to the green flag on that inside lane. You get the 5 of Brandon Hinton. Let's see if Hinton is able to get a good restart on that outside lane. It seems like the outside lane has really been dying off on these past couple of restarts. I'm kind of interested to see if the 5 car can make it work. Into the Echo Park restart zone, and the 79 goes quick. That's going to create a little bit of a gap there behind him, and we got a yellow flag. Looking at the 57 of Chris Wagner is involved. 44 of Turbid is also slow on the track. Let's see if we can get a good picture of what happened here. So what we're watching right now is the pacing lap. We are 1 to green on the screen right now, so let's see what happens. Right there is where it occurred. You see the 57 and the 44 involved. Looks like there was a checkup in front of the 57. The 44 did not acknowledge or notice that. And he gets a little bit of rear end damage, and that sends him to that outside retaining wall. So some pretty significant damage for the 57 and the 44. As we are now 18 laps into tonight's event, I'm going to be interested to see if we have any takers on pit road. These guys don't have a lot of laps on their tires. However, they do have quite a few heat cycles. So I'm kind of interested to see if the 79, and he will not. He will remain out. And welcome back after that quick caution. Looks like we had some damage repair to that 57 and the 44 as the lights on the pace car are off once again. 79 still leading the charge on that bottom lane. You got the 5 of Hinton running that outside lane. The 79 went really early in the Echo Park restart zone, so I'm kind of interested to see if he plays a different strategy to see if the 5 is able to time it a little better. Looking back through the field, we don't have a lot of significant changes from the qualifying. 79 of Jordan Tross still leading. At the 5 of Brandon Hinton to the outside. 69 of Todd Perrott running in third. 4 of Chuck Burley and fourth. And in fifth place, you have the 32 of Jonathan Guys. Green flag is out. A little bit of a stack up there on the inside line. That's going to allow the 79 to get away. The 5 got a good restart. He's going to tuck in right behind him as we got a really good restart here. As the 5 is going to lock bumpers up there with that 79, trying to keep the momentum. Looks like we're pretty much single filed out through the top 10. A little bit of side-by-side racing back towards the back of the top 10. The 56 of Mark Holloway and the 67 of Charles Connor battling for position. The 56 is able to secure that position right in front of Jeff Denda. The 84 Jeff Denda looking to the inside of the 67. The 67 is going to have a run here off the exit of turn number 2. Welcome back as we are still out here battling for position. You got the 79 of Jordan Tross still leading the way. 5 car Brandon Hinton is not willing to give up that position. Oh, and a big wiggle there out of the 4 Chuck Burley off of exit of 2 into the center of backstretch as he's able to recoup and maintain that 4th place position. We got the 84 of Jeff Denda looking to get up here in the top 10 and as he heads to the inside of the 70 of David Hickey. Looks like the 84 is going to be able to clear him, but the 70 is going to get a big run here off the exit of turn number 2. Let's see if he's able to battle back. And the 84 will clear heading into turn 2 as we have multiple battles going on throughout the field. 33 of Cody Benzel and the 67 of Charles Connor duking it out for the 12th place position. 33 of Cody Benzel is going to be able to clear as the 73 of John Crosby is looking to get into the picture as well as he's now door-to-door with the 67 in turns 1 and 2. '67 with a huge run there onto the backstretch. He's going to be side by side with the 33 heading into turns 3 and 4. We've had quite a few shakeups since qualifying. You got your biggest movers, you got Mark Holloway currently running in the 8th place position, gridded in 19th. Behind him, starting in last place, Matthew Tennant elected not to qualify, gridded in 28th, and is up to the 9th place position. 59 of Matthew Tennant trying to get a run here on the 56 on the exit of turn 3. 56 scrapes the wall just a little bit. That's going to allow the 59 right to his rear bumper. Let's see if he is able to make any magic happen in turns 1 and 2. Oh, big wiggle by the 56. 59 gets into the rear end of him. I don't think he's going to have very much damage, but that definitely slowed them both down. That's going to allow the 84 of Jeff Denda into the picture. Excellent save by both of those racers out there between the 56 and the 59 as they are now back door to door off the exit of turn number 2. Let's see who's able to have the momentum here. 59 is going to clear onto the backstretch heading into turns 3 and 4. 84 of Jeff Denda next up on the list. You got a battle going on right behind them. The 67 of Charles Connor and the 7 of Austin Knight battling it out for the 11th place position as they are now door to door heading into turns 1 and 2. Little bit of contact there with the 73 right behind them as he is scraping along the wall. 67 is going to secure the position in turn 3, but the 7 is going to battle back here on the front stretch. Looks like we had a few takers on pit road. The 16 of Jonathan Medlin and the 44 of Jeffrey Turbot, both in pit road getting tires and damage repaired from previous instances. Looking back at our lead pack, 79 of Jordan Tross still with a commanding and growing lead on the 5-car Brandon Hinton. Last time by the 79 with a 30.526. Your 5-car of Brandon Hinton with a 30.404. So it looks like the 5 did have the momentum that last lap as the 79's lead is still growing. Right behind them, you got the 5's teammate, the 69 of Todd Perrant with Hinton Motorsports, battling it out with the 35 of Judson Curtis for that 3rd place position. 35 is going to look to the inside, try to get a run as we have a yellow flag out. 63 of Craig Knoll coming over the radio with the 82 of Christopher Morton. Looks like the 63 drove it in a little too deep. I don't think the 82 was prepared to see him down there on the bottom line, as that'll bring out caution flag number 4 of tonight. We are going to go ahead and step away to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Mike, I know you think your truck is totally sick, but this is what I think of your precious 4x4 hang out all day with your stupid friend's truck! Push it!
And welcome back after that quick break as we had some pit stops under there. 79 of Jordan Tross will still retain the lead. 5 of Brandon Hinton in second. 69 of Todd Perrant in third. And then you got the 35 of Judson Curtis in fourth and the 7 of Austin Knight starting in fifth. As we are in the Echo restart zone, 79 off to a huge jump. That's going to put the 69 in the 5 door by door heading into turn 1. 69 is going to carry a lot of momentum here. Let's see how these guys handle these cold tires. Cold tires on these Gen 4 cars can be extremely loose. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys are able to manage that. 5 car of Brandon Hinton is losing another position to the 35 of Judson Curtis. He's going to fall all the way back to the 4th place position and finally get back to the bottom line. We got a good battle going back here for the 8th place position. The 84 of Jeffrey Dinda is going to secure the position from the 56 of Mark Holloway, as he is now under attack from the 59 of Matthew Tennant. Holloway is trying to get to the bottom line, but he cannot do it as the 59 takes that away. Now looking to rule the high side on the 84. Still a very tight-knit racing up here in your top 4. 79 of Jordan Tross is still holding that lead. 69 trying to figure out a way to get around him as he's now under attack from the 35. 35 is going to go to the inside in the tri-oval. 35 is going to take that position away from the 69 as the 5's looking to get up here in the mix as well. Jonathan Geis in that 32 machine running in the 5th place position has a bit of a separation between your top 4. However, is running faster lap time. So it looks like the 32 of Geis may be kicking it into high gear to try to run down that front pack. We got a very tight pack back here with the 23 of Thomas Long, 7 of Austin Knight running for your 9th place. You got the 99 of Christian Clark up in the mix, 1 of Gary Bergeron, and then you got the 4 car of Chuck Burley. Oh, as the 1 of Gary Bergeron is around, 73 is flipping. Caution comes out. We can go back and get a camera view of the 1 of Gary Bergeron. We can see this incident. Looks like a little bit of rear contact as the 73 hard into that outside wall as he's tumbling. The 7 out of a bit of a wiggle there, and it looks like a little bit of contact from the rear end from whoever was behind the 1 car. The 70 of David Hickey. Let's see if we can get a cockpit view of that 73 to watch that wreck, because, man, that was some wild flips out there. Let's see if we can get a cockpit view of that 73 and go back. Yeah, here we go. Let's see, because the 73 doesn't see any of this happening. It looks like it all happens right, oh, there it is. And some massive damage to that 73 car of John Crosby. Now, these guys do have one fast repair remaining, so if he has not taken his yet, he can utilize that to get back here on the track. But we're going to step away to a quick commercial break as these guys hit their pit stops, and we'll be right back.
Anybody home?
In here.
Whoa, Jenny, is your sister home?
No. But I'm here.
Congratulations. You passed the test.
A test?
I put my sister up to it.
Oh, Jake, you do love me.
And welcome back after that quick commercial break as we've had some pit stops cycled. 79 of Jordan Tross still in the lead. 35 of Judson Curtis to his outside. Let's see if the 35 is able to get a jump. And not as well. 35 and 69 are now going to be side by side. 79 off to another commanding lead as the 69 is able to follow him into turns 1 and 2. We got a good battle going on here for the 4th place position. The 59 of Matthew Tennant to the outside of the 32 of Jonathan Geis. Looks like Geis is going to shut the door on him in turns 3 and 4 as he washes up a little high. This is going to give the 59 room to get underneath him, and it looks like they're going to be door to door as they cross the stripe. 59 was able to briefly clear there on entry as he drives it a little deep. 32 running that high lane. Going to try to get back down to the bottom to shut the door on the 60 of Brian Sousa, currently running in 7th. 32 battling back there on the inside as they are now door to door in 3 and 4. Let's see if he's able to get it to stick. 56 of Mark Holloway under attack by the 84 of Jeff Denda for that 8th place position as Jeff is trying to figure out a way around him. He's going to run that high or that middle groove to try to see if he can get a run here onto the backstretch as the 56 is going to block middle. 84's got nowhere to go, and that run will die off. Now the 84 of Jeff Dinda is under attack from the 33 of Cody Bensel for the 9th place position. The 33 looking to get up there into that top 10. So he's got the 4 car to his outside. 23 of Thomas Long right behind them with a little bit of contact there with that outside wall as he's able to keep it straight. And we are pretty much single filed here throughout the field. We got a little battle going back here for the 10th place position of the 56 of Mark Holloway, looking to work with his teammate, the 4 of Chuck Burley, to find a way around the Hinton Motorsports car, that 84 of Jeffrey Dinda. The 99 of Christian Clark trying to gain some momentum as he clips the apron a little bit, gets a little bit loose, is able to corral it. However, the 23 of Thomas Long is now going to have 3 car lengths on him heading into turn 3. Three of Sean Dion and the 63 of Craig Knoll having a little bit of a battle here for the 16th place position as the 63 of Craig Knoll is gonna clear him. And for our viewers out there, it looks like we were able to figure out the issue with all of the paints. As you'll see all the cars going gray, we are refreshing the paint so we can get some fresh new paint schemes out here, as these guys have put a lot of work here into their Season 5 paint schemes. Getting word that the 7 of Austin Knight may be having some internet connectivity issues out there, as we'll have to monitor that as this race continues. 79 of Jordan Tross still out front. 35 of Judson Curtis trying to chop down on that lead as he runs the middle line to get a little bit of momentum. However, it looks like that will hurt him a little bit. This time by, let's see what our lap times are. 79 of Tross with a 30.179. 35 of Judson Curtis with a 30.101. That 35 with a slightly quicker time. We are now 57 laps in the books of 120. We are nearing our halfway mark. And it looks like the 79 is still continuing to extend his lead. That last time by about 0.2 of a second. Let's see what their lap times are as they come this time by. Right about the same. 35 with a slightly quicker by a few hundredths. 5 of Brandon Hinton looking to get up here into this picture as he is staying tried and true to that bottom line around Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We got a nice little battle back here for the 6th place position. The 4 Chuck Burley, 59 of Matthew Tennant, as the 59 is able to get a fender underneath that rear quarter of the 4 car. They're going to be door to door here entering turn number 1. Four car with some pretty hefty contact there to that outside wall. That's going to definitely slow his momentum as the 59 is now to the inside. Let's see if he's able to get it to stick. And a little more contact there with the 4. That's going to give the 59 a huge run here crossing the stripe. You got the 7 of Austin Knight looking to the inside of the 56 of Mark Holloway for that 11th place position. Mark Holloway in that 56, man, he has been staying on that high line for most of the night as the 7 is able to easily clear here into the tri-oval. Let's see if the 56 is able to get a run as the 63 of Craig Knoll is now in the picture underneath the 56. '99 of Christian Clark looking to capitalize on it as well as he is staying on that bottom line. And welcome back as we've been going through some onboard cameras as we are cycling through our green flag pit stops. We have had a handful of takers so far. Looks like most of our leaders have elected to stay out this far. 79 of Jordan Tross still out there. 35 of Judson Curtis. Get the 99 of Christian Clark calling in. He's pitting this time by with the 33 of Cody Bensel. The 32 of Jonathan Geis appears to be the first car of the leaders to pit out of the 5th place position. As our field is slowly starting to spread out, looks like we don't have a lot of cars battling side by side at the moment. 32 of guys on those fresher tires looking to get around the 23 of Thomas Long. He's going to roll to the high side and be able to easily clear him at turns 1 and 2. '63 of Craig Knoll trying to find a line around that 7 of Austin Knight as he was running the low line. 7 stays high. 63 is going to exit low and try to keep that momentum. However, will not be successful as he falls back in line behind the 7. We got a tight little group back here for the 11th place position. 3 of Sean Dion leading the charge. You got the 82 of Christopher Morton and the 67 of Charles Connor, as Connor is now going to give up those positions, but he's looking back to the inside. Has to check up a little bit as he washes up. That's going to open the door for the 72 of Kenneth Passmore to get underneath the 67. The 1 of Gary Bergeron calls out he is hitting pit road, this time by 23 Thomas Long is going to follow. The 79 of Jordan Tross still out to a commanding 2.5 second lead over second place. 35 of Judson Curtis. Behind him, you got Brandon Hinton running in 3rd. The 60 of Brian Sousa in 4th. 69 Todd Perrant in 5th. 63 of Craig Knoll running in 6th. 7th of Austin Knight running in 7th. 84 of Jeff Dinda in 8th. The 3 of Sean Dion running in 9th. 82 of Christopher Morton to round out your top 10 as the 84, the Green Machine as he calls it, pitting in this time by 60 of Brian Sousa, Beer Run Racing, pitting in this time by Rat Fink. 3 car of Sean Dion going to be hitting the pit road this time by for some fresh sticker tires. And our leader, 79, Jordan Tross, going to be hitting the pit this time by. Now let's see where this stacks everybody out. We had quite a few guys that were running up front there that were able to shortstop the 79. So let's see how much momentum they are able to carry as the 35 is now off the pits. He's going to be the next closest one to that 79. Let's see if he can get up through the gears and secure that first place position. Looks like we also had the 5 car Brandon Hinton in the pits this time by. He's going to stay on that same cycle as the 79, so I'm interested to see how much ground the 35 of Judson Curtis can make up on this this lap while they're in the pits. So we got Tross exiting the pits right now. Let's see if we can get a sneak peek as to where the 35 of Curtis is running as he is crossing the start-finish line as we speak. Let's see if he is able to get around him. He's held up by some traffic. The 24 of Exultado running in 20th right now. 35 is going to get to the bottom. Let's see if the 79 is able to get up to speed. And it looks like he is. 79 of Jordan Truss on the exit of turn 4 is the 35 is just now hitting the exit of turn 4. Yet the 82 of Christopher Morton hitting the pits this time by. As we are now 82 laps in the books. Our current race leader, the 63 of Craig Knoll, has elected not to pit yet. 82 of Christopher Morton is the only other one with him. However, he is pitting this time by. Let's see if the 63 is going to try to run this tank dry or if he's got a strategy in his deck of cards. Now, looking at our lap times last time by, let's see if I can find the 63 of Craig Knoll with a 31.115. Our previous leader with a 30.0426. So we're looking at about a second and a tenth quicker on those fresher tires. Looks like the 63 is down onto the pit entrance as he's going to be pitting this time by. Let's see where everybody cycles out. Looking like it's going to be the 79 of Tross back to the lead. 35 of Curtis in second, and then the 32 of Jonathan Geist in third. You got the 99 of Christian Clark running in fourth. The 69 of Todd Perrott to round out your top 5 after this set of pit cycles. And welcome back, as we had a little bit of an incident there between the 7 of Austin Knight and the 44 of Jeffrey Turbot, sporting that Halloween car theme. Let's see what happens here. 63 at Craig Knoll to the inside. 7 is going to go to the bottom to the 44. Oh, massive impact there with the 44 to that outside wall. That's going to be some race-ending damage for that 44 of Jeffrey Turbot, as it looks like the 7 of Austin Knight may have gotten away with very minimal damage. Let's see what happens here. .44 with a bit of a bobble there, heading to the stripe. Looks like he's going to get a little bit tight here as he just gets in that draft right behind the 63. The car just tightens up, and that sends him around right to that outside wall. And as we are now 100 laps in the books, we have 20 laps remaining. It looks like we have quite a few takers here on pit road to grab some fresh Goodyears. 79 with a massive gap there to the 56. Not for sure how that occurred. And a race off pit road. 79 is going to come out in first. Looks like you got the 35 of Judson Curtis, 56 of Mark Holloway, 69 of Todd Perrott, 5 of Hinton, 60 of Sousa, 63 of Craig Knoll, and the 84 of Jeff Denda. And we're going to step away to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. And welcome back after that quick break. Lights on the pace car are off. 79 Atross still in the lead. We've not seen any contenders on that outside lane able to restart side by side with that 79. You have the 69 of Todd Perrott, second back on that inside lane. 5 of Hinton on that outside lane. 60 of Sousa, the 63 of Knoll, 84 of Jeff Denda in 7th. Pace car is off as we hit that, heading into that Echo Park restart zone. Let's see how this one transpires. Green flag's out. 79 with a massive jump. That's going to put the 35 and the 69 door to door as we are 102 laps in the books, 18 to go. We're now back side by side. Let's see who's able to make some money happen. 60 of Brian Sousa looking to get involved up here as he's running in the 4th place position underneath the 5 of Hinton. Now, we know from previous races the 5 is not a favorite of that high lane, but he's going to stick it up there, and he's actually going to have quite a bit of momentum. Oh, and a hard contact with the wall. Hopefully he didn't get any damage from that. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum there and still be door-to-door with the 60 in 3 and 4. '84 of Jeff Dinda getting up in the mix in the 7th position, battling it out with the 63 of Craig Knoll. Knoll's going to go to the bottom and try to roll that yellow as the 84 is going to be up high. He's not clear yet. 84 is going to get a bit of a run here. One of Gary Bergeron and the 3 of Sean Dion duking it out for the 12th place position. You get the 1 on the inside, 3 to the outside. Let's see if the 1 is able to roll this bottom line. Looks like the 3 is going to carry the momentum up to the high side. '79 of Jordan Tross still out in the lead, setting some very commanding laps. Last time by with a 29.720. Right behind him is Judson Curtis with a 29.841. So it looks like Tross is about a 10th quicker, as Curtis is now under threat from the 69 of Todd Perrant of Hinton Motorsports. Now, the harder these guys battle it out, the more that's going to benefit the 79 of Tross. That's going to start slowing down this second group as Tross is now running away from the field with an 0.8 of a second gap. '69 of Perrant trying to get that momentum as we had a little bit of contact there with the wall behind him. He's trying to get that fender underneath. It looks like he will be able to do it. This is going to put the 35 and the 69 side by side. Now, the biggest thing they need to keep in mind is you need to minimize the time that you're side by side with other cars. The longer that you spin like that, the more momentum that you're going to lose. As the 69 does clear in turns 1 and 2, it looked like the 5 was trying to take advantage of it. However, 35 is going to shut the door for that 3rd place position. 5 looking to the high lane. He's going to try to roll the outside on that 35. 35 with a bit of momentum on entry. Looks like the 5 is going to carry the speed on exit. Let's see if he's able to clear him here in turns 1 and 2. Man, that bottom of the track. Oh, a little bit of contact there with the left rear of the 5 car. That's going to get him a little squirrely and cause him to check up. 35 backs out of it. That'll give the 5 car the 3rd place position. Displaying some good sportsmanship over the radio, man. That's one thing I love to hear. You know, accidents do happen out here. 35 coming out and apologizing, say, that is my bad. I did not mean to tap your left rear. So it's always good to see, you know, drivers out there showing the humility. 60 of Brian Sousa looking to capitalize on the 35, backing out of it. He had a run up to the rear bumper, but both the 60 and the 63 contact with the wall there on the exit of turn number 2. Man, these guys are pushing hard. As the 79 of Jordan Tross still extending his lead out to a 1.1 second gap over the 69 of Todd Perrant. '84 of Jeffrey Dinda out here making some moves. You got the 72 of Kenneth Passmore on the outside, 84 on the inside for the 7th place position. 84 is definitely going to have the momentum rolling the bottom line here. '72 is going to clear in the entry of 3 on that outside lane. 69 of Todd Perront, slowly reeling back in that 79 of Jordan Tross. Last lap, he caught him by about a tenth. Looks like the 79 of Tross with a 30.189, 69 of Todd Perront with a 30.241. Tross definitely still has the momentum here as we are now 6 laps to go. Man, I'll tell you, we definitely had a few hiccups at the beginning of the race figuring out how to restart in these Gen 4 cars. However, these last 80 laps or so, these guys have been nothing but wanting green flags. '79 Tross gaining that 10th back. Now a 1.1 second gap to that 69 of Todd Perront running in second. Last time by, it looks like Perront did have a faster lap by about 0.03 of a second. I don't think that's going to be enough in these last 5 laps. He's going to have to find a little bit left in the tank to start knocking off those tenths. 5 of Hinton running in third. Last time by with a 30.497. He's got about a 2.0 second gap to your leader, the 79 of Tross. 60 of Brian Sousa still trying to find a way around your 4th place car of Judson Curtis, as he has had a massive run there but could not capitalize. 35 is going to block the lane that he wanted. 60 is going to have to roll back to the high lane. As we are now 3 laps to go, Tross with still a commanding lead. We got the 16 of Jonathan Medlin here making an unscheduled pit stop. As Tross crosses the stripe this time, 2 laps to go with still a 1.7 second gap as Tross has found whatever is left in that tank and he is utilizing it all. He is extending this lead as much as he can as we still have quite a few battles going on towards the back. Looks like the 60 of Brian Sousa trying to make that outside lane work. He's getting a run, trying to dive underneath the 35, but the 35 is just hugging that white line on the exit and not giving it to the 60. White flag is out. '79 Tross, 2 more corners to go till that checkered flag. His first of this season. 79 of Jordan Tross on the exit of turn number 4 with a clean exit. He's going to take it across that start-finish line for race win number 1 of Season 5 here in DES iRacing. You're going to have the sign of... Let's take a look at your final results. You had 79 of Jordan Tross coming in first, the 69 of Todd Perront in second, 5 car of Brandon Hinton finishing in third, 35 of Curtis in fourth, the 60 of Brian Sousa in fifth, 63 of Craig Knoll in sixth, Kenneth Passmore in that 72 machine in seventh, 84 of Jeff Denda in that green machine, as he calls it, finishing in eighth, 1 of Gary Bergeron in ninth, and the 82 of Christopher Morton to round out your top 10. Man, what a race tonight. We have battled through some adversity. We had, you know, a decent amount of cautions that happened there at the beginning of the race. These guys were able to get it fixed out. As we now have our third place finisher in here, the 5 of Brandon Hinton. Brandon, please walk me through this, how this race went for you.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. These cars are a lot of fun to drive. We're so used to the current gen of everything, but this race was a lot of fun. Ran up front with my teammate Todd and Jeff, 8th place. that's an awesome run for him. Just a great race overall, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, we were keeping our eye on all three of the Hinton Motorsports cars out there. Y'all were just laying down some insane laps. You know, is it a blue moon outside? Because I'm pretty sure I saw that 5 car up next to the wall a few times tonight. Am I wrong?
We even discussed it, and I said, yeah, I even passed him on the outside. So yeah, I can use it sparingly, but yeah, it came into play a couple times.
You know, so from how our race started, we had quite a few cautions at the beginning. You guys seemed to get it ironed out. What was the biggest factor that played into how these cars handled? You know, did they get tighter as the run went on? Did they get looser as the tires wore? You know, walk me through how that was for you.
Yeah. So the second run that we had where we pitted under green, it was extremely tight. Tire wear was pretty good. So it was just trying to manage it as best we could. But yeah, it was challenging at times. But it was a lot of fun to run this car, and it's going to be a fun season running this car at different tracks and seeing what it does.
Man, well, once again, congratulations on that third place finish. I always enjoy going out there and watching you race, man. You always put on a good show, racing everybody hard. So, congratulations on that podium, man. Looking forward to seeing you carry that momentum into next week.
Thank you guys, and I appreciate what you guys do. Thank you.
Of course, Brandon hitting your third place finisher out here. Let's see if we can get our second place finisher, 69 of Todd Perrant. Todd, how did that race go for you?
Well, it went great considering last week's bad finish. So yeah, did pretty good, I think. Just needed a little bit more at the end.
Man, so correct me if I'm wrong. Walk me through. So restarting on that outside lane really seemed to not have any benefits. You know, the 79 was able to capitalize on pretty much every restart there running that bottom. It looked like you were starting to run him down there towards the end of that green flag run, the last 20 laps or so. So what was your play going into that last final stint?
Yeah, the inside was definitely starting third was the place to be, and it just me and Judson had a pretty good battle there at the end. So, and I think by the time I got past him, I tried, and I probably just burnt my stuff up, and Jordan just kept going. So.
Yeah, so as we were watching through this, we saw a lot of cars, making contact with outside wall. I think you said before, but where was your preferred line? Did you prefer the bottom, the middle, the top? What was your strategy going into that for what line you were going to run?
Yep, pretty much the bottom as much as I could, and then I would go to the middle every now and then, but usually no further up than that. Sometimes I'd take one high and then cut it back down at an angle. That seemed a good run like that.
Well, once again, Todd, congratulations on that second place finish, man. I know you had a unwanted finish there at Daytona, so it's good to see you up here in the top 3 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you carry this momentum into next week.
Yep, appreciate it. Thanks, y'all.
Todd Perrant, your second place finisher. Let's see if we can get our race winner up here. 79 of Jordan Tross with an absolutely dominating performance. If I'm not mistaken, leading almost every single lap other than the pit cycles. Jordan, walk us through this race for you.
Yeah, this is a fun one. This is the first time I've driven this car on a 1.5 miles. I just debuted it last week at the Super Speedway. Unfortunately, that didn't go too well for me, but 1.5 miles is more in my wheelhouse of what I enjoy and what I feel comfortable at. And I feel like this car really just plays into my strengths. Having to save that right front and just having a good qualifying run and just never really had to fight for track position, held it the whole race and gave it my all and just had a great race.
Las Vegas is one of my absolutely favorite tracks. I love the layout of this track, and I love how it drives. But these Gen 4 cars seem to be a little bit different compared to if you were running the Xfinity or the trucks here, for say. They seemed a little bit tighter, especially on the exit corners. Is that true, or do you have a different opinion?
Yeah, I did notice that it seemed to be actually quite hard to get the car loose in practice. So my whole focus of the race was just save the right front, kind of be patient on throttle on exit. If you looked on a lot of those short runs, those guys in second and third would get real close to me. They'd catch me on exits to the corner and get to my outside, but were never quite able to pass me with timing of cautions and just how the runs went, and yeah, I think saving my right front just really allowed me to distance myself from the field there, and I just had the car set up perfectly for the long runs.
Well, Jordan Truss, congratulations on your first win of the season 5 of the DES Gen 4 series. It was awesome to see you out there driving, man. And I look forward to seeing you carry this momentum into next week's Gen 4 series.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a fun. It was a fun race, and thank you guys for the race and the broadcast.
Once again, congratulations to our race winner, Jordan Tross, with an absolutely dominating performance here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You know, we did have a few technical difficulties there at the beginning of the race. We got everything ironed out. So big shout out to our producer, Damon O'Brien, getting everything on the controls good to go. We saw some cautions there at the beginning of the race. It kind of evened out. We had some long green flag runs. And all in all, I would say this is a successful race here at Las Vegas. So until next time, see ya.